Rabies exposure is very rare, but it's also very fatal. So rabies is a virus that has an affinity for nerves in your brain, and so exposure is about inoculation through a bite or a scratch. And in low to middle income countries, exposure 99% of the time is through a stray dog bite. So we always counsel people on avoiding interaction with dogs. And I think a lot of us that are animal lovers, that can be kind of challenging. An exposure with a stray dog in a developing country could be fatal. And we just assume every dog can pinch have rabies because most dogs are never vaccinated for rabies. And so if a dog exhibited symptoms of rabies, it would be near death. There are some individuals that can get a preventative vaccine series. However, that is quite expensive. It's usually between $1,500 and $1,800 to be protected for rabies before you go. And that just gives you some basic immunity to the virus. If you're exposed, you still need to seek medical care, usually within a week of the bite or scratch. So for most travelers that have never had the primary vaccine, you need to be seen within 24 hours of the bite or scratch. And that is so that you can immediately start the rabies immune globulin. I did have a student a few weeks ago that was actually bit unprovoked by a dog in Cusco. And unfortunately in Cusco, you'd think that Peru would have probably the right treatment for rabies, but there was no available treatment in that city. And so she had to be evacuated back to the US for care. Just impress upon you the importance of seeing a travel provider before we're going for international travel and making sure you have everything up to date in your health, particularly vaccinations and talking about risk. And then I would just ensure that every traveler has medical evacuation insurance.